Welcome to Aquarium Gardens. My name's Dave. I'm sat here in our aquascaping showroom surrounded by no less than 11 aquascapes, including our biggest aquascape, the 5-foot nature aquarium, also known as the Beast. I'm not here to talk about that today though, we're going to save that for another video. Today we're here to talk about our smallest aquascape, the 30cm Nano Cube. These are our two Nano Aquascapes. We've got one without CO2 and one with CO2. There's so many good things about Nano Aquascaping. They're budget friendly, so the tank, the light and the filter doesn't cost very much. The plants and the hardscape, you don't need as many of those either. They're easy to maintain, so water changes are just one bucket, so it doesn't take very long at all. And no matter how much or how little space you've got, there's always room for a Nano Aquascape in your home or office. So let's talk about these aquascapes in a little bit more detail, as it's important to demonstrate to customers that aquascaping can be done without CO2 and with CO2. You just have to be a little bit more choosy when it comes to your plants if you're not injecting CO2. So in this tank we've got some simple mosses. I think this is spiky moss here. We've got hydrocotyle tripartita and various cryptocorynes and anubias, which are all low demanding, easy to grow plants and suitable without CO2. The lighting's not too strong either. We've got the E6 Plus Atledis LED, which is just 6 watts, an RGB light's got a good colour rendition and enough to grow these plants without CO2. On the other hand, we've got this aquascape here, which has got CO2 injection, much stronger lighting. We've got the Twin Star 300C LED lights, which is about 3 times as strong as the E6 Plus LED lights. And in here we've got relatively low demanding plants anyway. We've got mosses, anubias and bucephalandra. The moss in this scape looks a lot more brighter, vivid, vibrant and luscious, which is down to the higher lighting and CO2. This is mini Christmas moss, which is a really compact, tight moss, is really impressive. And we've also got various bucephalandra. I think bucephalandra, Lamandu mini red, petite anubias and also anubias golden in there as well. In the background we've got Myriophyllum matagrossans. So with the highlighting in CO2 you get a really good colour, a yellowy orangey colour from it, and that's almost creating like a horizon in the background. It really does look quite good. So that's with the Twin Star 300C LED light. When it comes down to choosing whether you want a CO2 or non-CO2 tank, it comes down for me to 2 things. How much maintenance you want to do, and also what you want to achieve from your aquascape and how you want your plants to look. If you want your plants to look really lush and vibrant and you want the ability to grow all different kinds of plants, then CO2 is definitely for you. Do bear in mind though, with CO2 and higher lighting, the maintenance is usually higher on there. You will need to perform bigger water changes, probably more frequently as well. You need to dose high levels of CO2, fertilization. There might be some more frequent cleaning involved as well. However, if that's not for you, then a lower maintenance tank without CO2 might fit the bill. So this tank here, we only really water change it about once every couple of weeks. The plants are very slow growing, so there's not much waste being produced. There's also only a few shrimp in there, so the bioload's very low. And to keep this tank ticking over, we'll only do water changes about once every 2 weeks. In this tank here, we're actually doing about 2 water changes per week, because the plants are growing quite quickly, and also it's a very small body of water. In high energy nano aquariums, I find that doing 2 water changes per week, as opposed to the usual 1 water change per week, is much more beneficial. When it comes to Nano Aquascaping, there are many options to choose from in size. For me, Nano Aquascaping is anywhere up to 60 centimetres, as this will fit in most people's home or office space. Here we have a 45 centimetre Optiwhite Aquarium. We have aquariums from anywhere from 25 centimetres up to 60 centimetres, so there really is something for anyone, with no matter how big or small your space is. There's a range of LED lighting and filtration available for Nano Aquascaping. This is the 45 centimetre Twin Star LED, the E series, and we've got a small external filter in here. It's a Filto Smart 100 with a built-in heater. There's also a range of smaller plants available for Nano Aquascaping. In this tank we've got some Vallisneria nana, some Helenthium tenellum, Eleocharis, so small grassy species of plants, some small mosses as well. And there's a wealth of small plants suitable for the small scale of Nano Aquascaping. Fertilising Nano Aquascapes is easy when you have the right fertilisers such as Evolution Aqua, the Aquascape plant food. It's got simple dosing guidelines on the back for low or medium or high energy aquariums. So for our non-CO2 tank we just follow the low dosage guidelines of 1 ml per day per 50 litres, and for the high energy CO2 tank we would follow the high dosing instructions, which is 5 ml per day per 50 litres. In the low energy non-CO2 tank you could also get away with just dosing weekly rather than daily. Other fertilisers we like and use here in the aquarium garden showroom are the TNT Complete Fertilizer, which is 1 ml per 10 litres of tank water. In a high energy aquarium you're probably looking at double or triple dosing that to get the required amounts for the faster plant growth. And we've also got the specialised nutrition from Tropica, which has got a handy pump action dispenser there, so you can dose that. Again, you probably want to be looking at double or triple dosing that for a high energy aquarium, but for a low energy tank just follow the instructions on the bottle. Nano Aquascapes also provide the perfect home for shrimp and snails. So in our aquascapes we tend to keep various types of Neocaridina species of shrimps, cherry shrimps in all different colours, and amano shrimps as well as snails, so various species of nearite snails. Now they all play their parts in actually helping keep the aquascape clean as well. The snails will clean the rocks, the shrimp will eat algae, so it's definitely worth adding some shrimps to add some extra colour and life to your Nano Aquascape. Thanks for watching this video on Nano Aquascaping. I hope it's given you some ideas if you're just getting into aquascaping, or if you're already into aquascaping, maybe just another excuse for an aquascape. Next time I'm going to be talking about aquascaping on a much bigger scale, and we'll be focusing on our biggest 5-foot Aquascape 1500 nature aquarium, so do stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget we've got our showroom here full of aquascapes and a shop full of hardscape and plants, everything you need for aquascaping. Do pop down and pay us a visit soon if you can. Otherwise, until next time, bye for now.